2017 BMW 540i XDrive Sedan review. Call it kismet, karma, or dumb luck, but practically every car line eventually enjoys a day in the sun. 20 years ago, the planets aligned for the BMW 5 Series. The fourth generation E39 sports sedan arrived with beguiling powertrain, chassis, and aesthetic attributes and driving merits worthy of 6 straight Car and Driver 10 Best Awards between 1997 and 2002. Even Consumer Reports agreed with our assessment, naming the 540i its top sedan in 1996, 2002, and 2003. Times have changed. Last year, the model's US sales plummeted 27% to a volume below the E39 days as buyers shunned sedans for crossovers, and Mercedes-Benz made hay with its new E-Class. This year, a fresh 7th generation 5 Series is rolling into BMW dealerships, where fingers are crossed hoping that the sun will again shine on the original businessman's express. Fully loaded, the 540i XDrive tested here faces daunting competition. 4 rival brands from Europe, 4 more from Asia, and 2 US luxury brands, all hungry for their slice of the pie. BMW came prepared. But the new 5 Series is a touch larger in every outside dimension, and packed with every imaginable driver assistance and safety aid. Our test car weighed 16 pounds less than the 535i XDrive we tested 3 years ago. Chalk that up to shrewd engineering and more extensive use of aluminum. And, in spite of an exterior that recycles the 6th generation's design motif, the LED headlights are bigger and brighter, larger kidney grills now contain movable slats, and new front fender vents smooth the air flowing alongside surfaces. Air deflectors and belly pans calm under car turbulence. BMW's chassis engineers outdid themselves. Lighter suspension components are anchored to a stiffer unibody. Variable ratio steering with speed-sensitive electric assistance can be coupled with rear-wheel steering. An electronic controller regulates damper settings corner by corner as well as front and rear arterial bar stiffness. The XDrive all-wheel drive system, which now can be combined with the M Sport package's lower ride height and 4-wheel steering, improves winter mobility and eliminates wheel spin during launch without harming back road agility. The price you'll pay. German technology never comes cheap, and the 540i XDrive starts at just under $60,000. Adding in practically every goodie, BMW marketing mavens dreamed up inflated the bottom line of our test car to $82,360. Various driver assistance and collision avoidance aids tack on $4,900. The top Bowers & Wilkins 10-channel, 16-speaker, 1400-watt sound system costs $4,200. The M Sport package adds $3,250. The $3,200 dynamic handling package includes the adaptive interior bars and dampers, but unfortunately cannot be combined with the $1,150 4-wheel steering unless you step up to the M550i. Gesture control of infotainment functions, $190. A deck light that opens and closes with the swing of a foot, $600. Remote control automated parking, $750. Apple CarPlay, $300. Soft close doors, $600. And ceramic instead of plastic control knobs, $650. May seem gratuitous to some, but such upgrades are the price of entry in today's car market, where every whim commands attention. Our whim is expeditious and to be travel combined with spellbinding driving. 2 weeks of testing revealed that this 5 Series is better in several areas, although disappointing in a few. The larger trunk now swallows 4 sets of golf clubs, and rear legroom is 1.2 inches greater than before. The standard leather seats are lovely to see and touch, and their support is impeccable. The M Sport steering wheel is a gold standard for section thickness, grip, and aesthetics. The grain and texture of the wood dash and door trim could pass the toughest joist killer scrutiny. The faux leather dash pad, covered in what BMW calls synthetic, has a lovely feel, and its interior's hard plastic content is essentially nil. The XDrive infotainment mouse finally commands the comprehensive infotainment system intuitively, and the head-up display, included in the driver assistance package, works perfectly. A new adaptive button on the center console automatically cycles chassis settings between sport and comfort depending on how aggressively you're driving. Strong 6. As always, BMW's turbocharged 3.0-liter inline-6 earns pole position in the Engine Hall of Fame. With 335 horsepower, the new for 2017 B58 edition is 10% more potent, and it hustles this 2-ton plus sedan to 60 miles per hour in an impressive 4.5 seconds, and through the quarter mile in 13.1 seconds at 108 miles per hour. There isn't so much as a tire chirp off the line, or any thrust disruption as the 8-speed automatic picks taller gears at the 7,000 RPM red line. The higher you rev it, the more sweetly this engine sings, yet it barely hums while cruising. It also returned 21 miles per gallon in our hands. Speed-wise, this 540i is in the thick of it with the all-wheel drive competition. Quicker than the Audi A6 3.0T, 5.2 to 60 miles per hour, 13.7 seconds at 105 miles per hour in the quarter mile, and Jaguar XFS 5.0 and 13.5 at 104, but a blink slower than the Mercedes-AMG E43, 4.2 and 12.8 at 109. Confirming what our ears told us, this BMW with its 72 decibel full throttle noise level is quieter than the Jag and the Merc, losing to the Audi by only 1 decibel. Rolling on 19-inch Continental all-season run-flat tires, BMW's newest combatant also performed impressively in cornering and braking tests. Stopping from 70 miles per hour took 169 feet, with no fade evident. The adaptive enduro bars restrict body roll to only a couple of degrees on the skid pad, while minimizing front tire scrub at the limit. The 0.88 grams lateral acceleration we measured beats the Jag XF 0.86 grams, also on all-season radials, falling only slightly behind the A6 0.93 grams and the E43 0.92 grams, which were both on 20-inch summer tires. Ride motions never verge on harsh, even in the Sport Plus chassis setting. The automatic damping does a commendable job of dealing with ragged pavement edges without flustering lateral grip on smooth roads. And when you lift off the gas to placate understeer, the nose takes a fresh bite without an unnerving swing of the tail. Nits to pick. There are instances of unseemly behavior, though. The 540i XDrive's nose rises on hard acceleration, dips when you lift off the throttle, and drops during forceful braking. Although that's not a horrible fault, it seems odd given the otherwise sophisticated damper control built into this chassis. We also notice some wandering while cruising on the freeway with side drafts ruffling our feathers. Other minor gripes are headrests that cannot be moved back and out of the way without sacrificing upper torso support and a door pocket edge that grinds the driver's left thigh during hard cornering. On exit, the driver's left shoelace can snag the hood release handle. Regular readers may tire of our persistent whining about BMW steering, but this new 540i forces our hand or mouth on that subject. The null zone on center is only a few degrees, the effort builds nicely and promptly when you initiate a turn, and the electrically assisted rack and pinion steering system never pesters you with annoying kickback over bumps or textured pavement. The bad news is a total lack of feedback from the road. That vital communication channel is a dial tone. BMW development engineers told us that today's customers request isolation when they're queried on the subject of steering, so that is precisely what the owner body has been given. As with the lack of an available clutch pedal, it's another sign that the 5 Series, previously skilled at serving both cruising and charging drivers, has narrowed its focus. We have a few theories about why the new 5 all but ignores its E39 heritage as a driver's delight. Size is certainly a factor. Today's BMW 3 Series is only slightly smaller than the 5 Series from 2 decades ago, nudging the 7th generation 5 Series toward the limousine lane. The evolving global business model is also at play. Last year, BMW sold 4 times more 5 Series sedans in China than it did in the United States, consistent with that country's 4 times greater population. More buyers on that side of the globe receive only long wheelbase 5 seconds, owing to their devotion to luxuriously roomy back seats. So maybe the blame lies not with the Bavarians, but with the Chinese for the evolution of the 5 Series into an ultimate riding machine.